ओंकारेश्वर विनायक
ओंकारेश्वर विनायक
ओंकारेश्वर विनायक
ओंकारेश्वर विनायक
जय गणनाथ गजवदना
जय गणनाथ गजवदना
जय गणनाथ गजवदना
जय गणनाथ गजवदना
मंगलदाता भवहरणा
मंगलदाता भवहरणा
मंगलदाता भवहरणा
मंगलदाता भवहरणा
सुरमुनि सेवित शुभ चरणा
सुरमुनि सेवित शुभ चरणा
सुरमुनि सेवित शुभ चरणा
सुरमुनि सेवित शुभ चरणा
सिद्धि विदाता भयहरणा
सिद्धि विदाता भयहरणा
सिद्धि विदाता भयहरणा
सिद्धि विदाता भयहरणा
ओंकारेश्वर विनायक
ओंकारेश्वर विनायक
ओंकारेश्वर विनायक
ओंकारेश्वर विनायक
जय गणनाथ गजवदना
जय गणनाथ गजवदना
जय गण ओंकारेश्वर विनायक
ನೋಡಿರಣ್ಣ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಈ ನೂತನ ಮಾನವನ ನೋಡಿರಣ್ಣ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಈ ನೂತನ ಮಾನವನ ನೋಡಿರಣ್ಣ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಈ ನೂತನ ಮಾನವನ ತ್ಯಾಗ ವಿವೇಕದ ಚೀಲಗಳೆರಡನ್ನು ಹೆಗಲಲ್ಲಿ
Thank you, Jayanti, for such a beautiful song. So now we'll go with the talk. We are very happy to present the talk, Arise, Awake, and Stop Not Till the Goal is Reached. What is meant by that? By Swami Shantivratanandaji Maharaj. Revered Swamiji is a monk of Ramakrishna order and is currently serving at Sri Ramakrishna Ashram, Mysuru. He is an inspiring speaker and delivers talk on personality development, Indian culture, stress management, Indian philosophy, and scriptures. He has presented research papers at many conferences across India and is a frequent contributor of articles on religion and spirituality in Kannada newspapers. He gives talks to state government officers at the Administrative Training Institute, Mysuru, as well as to researchers and professors at a UGC Human Resource Academy. Swamiji holds a PhD in philosophy from the University of Mysore. Pranam Swamiji, over to you.
Namaste. Thank you for the. Am I audible?
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay. Thank you for the young soldiers of Vivekananda group for inviting me to discuss and to share my views on this wonderful topic. Arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. सबको আমি তো अंग्रेजीতে কথা বলি কেন যে যে আজকে শোনার যে লোক এসছে প্রায় অনেকরা বাঙালি লোক থাকতে পারে কিন্তু অনেকরা নন বেঙ্গলি তো আছে সেই জন্য পুরো ইংলিশে আমি কথা বলি যদি কোশ্চেন জিজ্ঞাসা করার সময় আপনারা ইংলিশ না যদি কথা না বলার বলে মুশকিল হলে হিন্দি মে না হলে বাংলাতে আপনারা জিজ্ঞাসা করতে পারেন কোনো অসুবিধা নাই আমার বক্তৃতা তো ইংরেজিতে থাকবে ও ঠিক আছে বোধহয় Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. This is the great saying uttered by Swami Shantivratanandaji. My dear Indians, who does not know in the world, as well as with special reference to India, every Indian knows this great magnanimous statement of the cyclonic monk of Swami Vivekananda. Many of us, or most of us, we make this statement as our WhatsApp, in our WhatsApp status, or in the profile picture, or in the Facebook, in the social networks. Many times we do keep sharing Swamiji's this magnanimous statement. If you see the source of this statement, it comes from the Upanishad, that is Kathopanishad, which is the dearest Upanishad to Swami Vivekananda. Uttishthatha, Jagrata, Prapyavara, Nibodhata. The wonderful translation of this part of this sloka is given by Swamiji as arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Now, most of us, we keep quoting this, we keep saying this wonderful sentence in our talks, in our speeches, so on and so forth. But hardly, or many of us, most of the time, we don't think, we don't cogitate, what does it mean? This is the one of the greatest drawback of today present youth. The most revered Swami Ranganathanji Maharaj, the 13th president of the Ramakrishna Math Mission, he mentions in his introduction saying that the Bhagavad Gita is the quintessence of Upanishads. If Indians had taken the teachings of Bhagavad Gita seriously, if they had understood and if they had imbibed in their life, whatever the problems we faced in India, from the cultural point of view, from the civilization point of view, from the religious point of view, so on and so forth, probably most of the problems, many of the problems would have been avoided. But instead of that, we just worship the Bhagavad Gita book, keeping in the home shrine. So similarly, many times, the life and legacy of Swami Vivekananda, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Holy Mother Sharda Devi, APJ Abdul Kalam, or Bhagat Singh, we all admire them, we all respect them, we worship them, garlanding their photos and celebrating their birthday celebrations, their birthdays. Instead of that, okay, this is also good, but along with that, if we can study, please watch my words. I am not asking you people to read their life and teachings. I am asking you people to study their life and teachings. We have to study the life and teachings of these great people, and we should try to imbibe their ideas, if not many, one or two in our life, so that we will have the all-round development, our character development, and we can develop our willpower, we can develop thinking, we can sharpen our intellect, we can set our attitudes right, so on and so forth. So in this regard, when some of your friends, when they approached me, what will you take, or what would you like to discuss in this online platform, something when they asked, I said, Vishal, because most of the youngsters are participating in this online session, I thought I will take a Swami Vivekananda's magnanimous statement, half-quoted statement, so that we'll be able to understand how it is beautiful, how it has got an in-depth meaning. So on which Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, in one of his utterances, he says, the caste is ready. I have prepared the caste. Put yourself in that caste so that you can reach your goal. This is told by Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. When we hear the utterances of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, what do we understand? He has prepared a caste and we have to put ourselves into that caste so that we'll be able to reach our goal, so that we can become a human beings. Manusho, that's what Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna tells in one of his teachings. So what does it mean? Means Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna led a beautiful life, he led the ideal life, and he has given teachings also. If we can follow his teachings instead of blindly following, if we can understand and if we can follow his teachings, so that we can also become the better person. In reality, we can be human beings. We can travel ourselves from the instinct level to the intelligence, and from the level of intelligence, we can reach to the intuitive level or the level of intuition. That is what Diyo Yona Prachodaya, the part of Gayatri Mantra, means. So we have to travel ourselves from the instinct level to the intelligence and the level of intelligence to the intuition. That's what life according to me. So when we understand the teachings of these great people, and if we can imbibe in our life, definitely we'll be able to go ahead in the life, and our personality also can be well shaped. And when we understand properly the great utterances of this great monk of Swami Vivekananda, who was Rishi himself, who came from Saptarshi Mandala, Nara Rishi, definitely, just you take any one of his teaching, and if you seriously think and cogitate and understand, if you can imbibe, if you can put into practice in your life can achieve to the greater heights. You can see your life, you will be an achiever, you will be a contributor personality. For an example, Anna Hazare. After Gandhiji, after Mahatma Gandhiji, if you see in the 75 years of this Indian history, in the name of Satyagraha, he was able to unite the India, and he was from young age to the old age, everyone supported Anna Hazare. We all know that he is one of the icon in India. And during his youthful days, just like many of the youths today are undergoing mental agony, suicidal tendencies. So similarly, even for some or other some personal problem, Anna Hazare also thought, let me end my life, let me suicide and let me end myself. And he was coming from a particular place to his hometown. He came to railway station, was waiting for the train to board the train. Immediately thought, before dying, let me have a good thoughts, let me think of good thoughts and let me end my life so that I will have a good life in the forthcoming lives. Then he saw in the railway platform, he saw a bookstore. He goes there, 15 or 25 paisa, he purchased a book in Hindi. The English, every one of us know, Vivekananda is called to the nation. It is a small book, probably now 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, 7, 8 rupees maximum it might have happened. It is available in English, in Bengali, Hindi, Kannada, Telugu, in all the vernacular languages it is available. It is a pocket size book. It is a very short biography of Swami Vivekananda. A few teachings of Swami Vivekananda is there. The book contains that. He started reading. The train came. He boarded the train, and it was so much interesting for him. He continued reading. He continued studying. He continued studying. He continued studying. By the time he finished the book, then the station where he was supposed to get down, station came. He got down from the train and he walked to his house, but there was a great change. There was a great change in the mindset of Anna Hazare. He was thinking, the life is a heavy for me. What is this wretched life? Let me end my life. Let me have suicide. This was the mindset of the Anna Hazare during his youth days. Whereas after studying Swami Vivekananda's life, and after understanding, after hearing, after reading, after studying the teachings of Swami Vivekananda, his mind got changed. He came away. He got away. He get rid of the suicidal tendency, and he said that I will leave, and I will not live in any ordinary life. Instead, let me dedicate my life. Let me dedicate my life to the cause of the motherland. Let me dedicate my life to this Bharat Mata, Mother India, so that I'll be able to do my humble service for this Mother India. See, there was a great paradigm shift in his mindset. Why? Because he studied Swami Vivekananda, he tried to imbibe the Swami Vivekananda's life and teachings in his life, so that instead of suicide, he led the dedicated life, committed life for his goals, for his values, and for the country. This is the great change we can see in the Swami, in the Nazareth's life, my dear Indians. So, then we can study seriously, in depth, Swami Vivekananda's life, and if we can understand a infinitesimal part of his life or of his teachings, we can become the great person. We can become the better person. For example, if you want to be a doctor, you can be the better doctor. If you want to be an engineer, you can be the better engineer. If you want to be a research scholar, you can be the better research scholar. If you want to be a politician, you can be the better politician. If you want to be a business entrepreneur, you can be the better entrepreneur, my dear engineers. That's such a beautiful thoughts. Pearls are there in the Swami Vivekananda's teachings. We have to understand. Now coming to today's teaching, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. What do you mean by that? These are two teaching. One is, first part is arise. The second part is awake. And the third part is stop not till the goal is reached. What do you mean by arise? Uttishthatha. Utho. You have to get up. So you have to get up means what? I have to get up from my seat and I have to just walk away from where I'm sitting from the chair. Because Swami Vivekananda said that get up, arise, get up, utho. Means I have to get up physically. I have to arise mentally. I have to arise intellectually. I have to arise ethically, morally, and I have to arise even spiritually. And here, with special reference, I will give. Physically, I have to get up. What do you mean by physically I have to get up? I've got up. That's why I'm able to hear your lecture, Swamiji. So now, again, you were saying that you have to get up, you have to get up. What does it mean then? I may not be lying on the bed. I may not be sleeping. I may not be dozing, but physically I'm not got up even many times. Because if you have got up, you will be active. I might have got up, I might be sitting on the chair on the cot, but I'm not active. I am lethargical. I am morose. Or my mind is wandering in the 365 in the 360 degree, in the thousands of directions. And I don't know what I am doing. So this type of unconscious living we will be doing most of the time. So that's the reason. And also we can say, due to the lethargy, I'm supposed to sleep for 6 hours or 7 hours or 8 hours maybe. I will be sleeping for 10 hours. I will be sleeping for 12 hours, and so on and so forth. Whatever is required for my healthy living, for my body, that much only I have to sleep. Instead of that, if I sleep more, that's also waste of time and waste of life. Even physical awakening, we can connect to that also. And mental awakening. I can do many things. Swami Vivekananda says every time, never say I can't. Every time we say I can, I can, I can. There are a young number of people who have achieved wonders, who have gone to the greatest heights. But why it is not happening for me and for you? Because who is the reason for that? Is my mother, father, my country, my parents, or my elders, my school, my teachers, my society, my upbringing? No, you are the cause. You are the reason for that. We have put ourselves a mask. We have put ourselves barriers to our mind, to our thinking, so that we are unable to understand. We are unaware of how much energy is there potentially existing in myself. So that we need mental awakening. So when I say get up, you have to get up mentally. I will give a simple example for you, and Anand will probably be able to understand things better. Rakshita Raju, she comes from Karnataka. She comes from particularly Chikmagalur district. It's a beautiful, serene atmosphere. It is full of lush green, that particular district. As soon as she was born, mother passed away. In few days, his father passed away, and they were very poor. She comes from a very poor family. She had a grandmother. She had a grandmother who was blind. So with the difficulties, the grandmother was taking the small kid, Rakshita Raju. Unfortunately, at the age of 5, Rakshita Raju lost her grandmother, where she was the only support for Rakshita Raju's living, unfortunately. Rakshita Raju had lost his mother, her mother, father, and even grandmother also. Now she is the orphan. She doesn't have anyone. She's a girl born blind, Rakshita Raju, more or less, and she doesn't have anybody now. But as a luck, the people of that particular village, they thought this because she has become orphan, a destitute, no one is there to take care. We can't leave her like this. We should help her. Then after enquiry in the Bengaluru, the capital of Karnataka, there is a blind school where the blind children will be taken freely and they are given free education and they will see that they will have the life section. So somehow they came to know this Chikmagaluru people brought Rakshita Raju and they were left in this blind school for Rakshita Raju. Rakshita Raju, with all keen interest, with all full of concentration, she started learning alphabets. Probably at the class she was studying 6th or 7th standard. There were a couple of blind students, male boys and girls as well as. In their school level function, one of her friend, he stood first in the 100 meters running race. He stood first in the 200 meters running race, and he stood second or third in the 500, 800 meters running race. Fine. Everyone clapped that because he got 3 prizes for his credit. Everyone also clapped. But a thought triggered in her mind saying that even my friend is also a blind like me. If he is able to run and if he is able to achieve, if he is able to get first prize in the 100 meters running race, 200 meters running race, and third prize in the 800 meter running race, why can't I get? So this thought, it lingered, it got awakened, it got provoked in Rakshita Raju's mind. Fine, such type of thoughts it might have come to me and to you or for everyone of us. But she didn't stop for that only. As the next day morning, as morning prayer over, she got up and she started running. After 100 or 200 or 300 meters, she fell down. She had a small wound, but it didn't stop her. Second day she practiced, third day, fourth day, fifth day, it went on. And the next, in the school day, Rakshita Raju was able to stand first in the 100 meters running race, second in the 200 meter running race. And again, she continued her practice. She went to taluk level among the blind schools. She went to slowly district level. She went to national level. And she went to international level. Now, of course, Olympics is going on. As we all know, yesterday we got a silver medal. She was able to participate in the Para-Olympics. Till then, in the country, only with a few athletes, she was able to, she participated, she got award. When in the Para-Olympics, in the entrance test or whatever, in the entrance, she got cleared and she went. In the Para-Olympics, 12 to 13 or 14, 15 or whatever, so 20 countries people had come. They were all the best athletes of that particular country. When she heard, for some time, she became nervous. Her confidence got shaken and she was telling to her teacher that there are so many people they were best people from the different countries and already they have got some experience in this field or in this competition. Probably it is becoming difficult for me to participate this time. Please excuse me. In the forthcoming days, I shall participate. But the teacher didn't leave. He gave instructions. He instilled the confidence. He awakened the confidence in her and she said, you can do it, you do it, you can do it, you will do it, and you will do it, you will do it. The such type of confidence was assured in the Rakshita Raju's mind by her teacher, and Rakshita Raju, with that confidence, she went and she started running. First of all, she came from India and they were from different countries who already had first prize, second prize, third prize in the previous days. As a result, the announcer he didn't bother about Rakshita Raju and the other people he was mentioning. Suddenly, in the middle of the competition, Rakshita Raju took the lead and then the announcer started searching the name, who is she and what is her name, from where she came, etc. And Rakshita Raju wins and she gets first prize. She was awarded first prize, gold medal in the 1,500 meters running race in the Paralympics, my dear Indians. If it is possible for Lakshita Raju, who was a born blind girl, and where she didn't have parents, so no one was there for her. She's an orphan child, and today I think she's called as a golden girl. And she dined with our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. She had a clique with our Prime Minister and with with many great people. And now she has made a record. She is one of the pride of our country. 2 years or 3 years before, in the Paralympics, she got a gold medal in 1,500 meters running race. Now, probably many of us, if not all of us, many of us also might have desires in athletes, in the sports, maybe in the cricket, maybe in the football, maybe in the volleyball, or a running race, or in the swimming competition, so on and so forth. But how many of us thought seriously? How many of us, with dedication and commitment, we practiced? We put our struggle, we labored in our particular field. This is what I mean, mental awakening or mental getting up, rising ourselves. Many of us, most of us, we never think. With all difficulties, somehow with the distinction, I have to trust and stand. Because that is very important. Because our teachers have said, our parents have said, our teachers have said, our system is saying. Somehow with all difficulties, with a great intense struggle sometimes, we pass 12th standard +2 with a distinction or 80% or 90%. And with great difficulty, or with a lot of struggles, or maybe with a normal struggle, we will get distinction, or we'll get first class, or we'll get second class, or we'll get 80%, or we'll get 90% during our graduation, post-graduation, maybe engineering, or maybe a so much. But we can do many things, much more things. Who has stopped? No one has stopped us. We have stopped ourselves, my dear Indians. That's what when we say Swami Vivekananda said, arise, we have to rise ourselves. We have to be conscious that mental awakening has to come. And the third aspect, one more aspect of this arise can be intellectual awakening. Intellectual awakening. For example, who discovered, who invented the gravitational force? Every one of us, we know Einstein. And there is a story, whether this is a true story or not, we don't know. But at least for our understanding's sake, we shall think that this is a true story. How Albert Einstein discovered or invented his gravitational force. He sat under an apple tree. He sat under an apple tree one fine day and he was thinking something. An apple fell on his head. Imagine if we are going to Simla, Kulu Manali, or Srinagar, we are sitting under the apple tree, an apple fell on your head. What do? Immediately you eat, immediately you take a selfie, or generally we eat or generally we take a selfie. But the Albert Einstein took the apple and he started thinking, thinking that why did apple fall down only? It would have stayed there, or it would have gone up, or it would have gone either and thither. Why it came down? Why? The single thought, this is Swami Vivekananda. The single thought, Swami Vivekananda, as he says, the Einstein catches, he catches hold of this thought and he starts thinking, why? Then in no time, he started understanding that there was an intellectual awakening. So yeah, he got the answer. This is what the gravitation force. In this earth, if I throw in something, the earth, it comes, it falls down. He understood. And what is that force or why it is so? That is what he invented. Sorry, that is what gravitational force. I mean Newton, Isaac Newton. I think I told Albert Einstein, it is Isaac Newton. That's what intellectual awakening. There are so many things are in front of us, in the midst of us, but we don't have intellectual awakening. We don't see, we don't observe, we don't question why it is, how it is, where it is, when it is, how it is, how, why. This type of thinking we don't have. This is what intellectual awakening. For that, you need not to study a lot of things. For that, you need not to be a great wise person, a person of intellect. But this type of intellectual awakening we should have, then we can be a different person. You can be a different person. then spiritual awakening I will take in the next step. So what is then awake? Arise is the first part over. And what do you mean by second awake? Awake is rising yourself. Consciously you do whatever you are doing. For example, I'm eating rasgulla. Consciously eat rasgulla, and every piece of rasgulla when you are eating, just enjoy it. When you are playing with someone, consciously you play and enjoy. Similarly, when you sit for study, consciously you study. What you are studying, you completely put your mind for the study, and every thought, every line, every word you try to understand. Then you will be the master over that subject. Similarly, when you sit for meditation, control your mind, consciously you meditate. Be aware that I am meditating. I am meditating on my Ishtadevata, maybe Bhagwan Sri Ramakrishna, or maybe Kali, or maybe Durga. And when you are talking with someone, be conscious that you are. And similarly, I am the Atma. I am not this body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not the senses. I am the Atma. I am the Brahman. Satchitananda. Shivoham. 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 This consciousness is very, very important. So Vivekananda, that's what from the spiritual point of view. This awakening has to come. Till then, we are not. That is our real goal actually. Till then, we are not supposed to stop in our life journey. We are not supposed to stop because our struggle should continue. This is what awakening. Mental awakening, intellectual awakening, and also the other awakening is called spiritual awakening. What do you mean by spiritual awakening? Understand who are you. Now the question may come. What does it happen? The moment if I understand I am that Atman, where Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Dahati Pavakaha, Nachainam Kledayantyap, Munashosheti Maruta. Okay, you might have heard this. Where the sword cannot pierce you, the air cannot dry, the fire cannot burn, and the water cannot wet, and that is your real nature. Okay, I understand that. What does it happen? My ATM balance will increase, or will I get any promotion in my mundane life? No, but you can be the better person. You can be the best person. This is one thing. As Swami Vivekananda beautifully tells, quote, teach yourself, teach everyone his real nature, call upon the sleeping soul and see how it awakes. Power will come, goodness will come, purity will come, and everything that is excellent will come when the sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. The same thing we can see even in the life of Swami Vivekananda. During Swami Vivekananda's youth days, when his father passed away, he was doing his post-graduation, he was pursuing his post-graduation, his father passed away, every one of us know, due to heart attack. And whatever, in the name of his father, there was a lot of forgery. And as a result of whatever the wealth was there here, Swami Naren, he had to give all that wealth. Most of his wealth was dissolved. And their own relatives, whom Narendra Datta's father, Vishwanath Datta, had helped, even they sued a false case on Narendranath and his mother Bhuneshwari Devi and their whole family, and they were kicked out from their house. Till yesterday, they were dining in the silver plate, in the silver spoon, and today they had lost their father, and they came on the platform even without, there was no house to stay. The granary, Narendranath's mother's mother, she took all of them to her house, and she provided a shelter. She provided a shelter, no doubt, but food and clothing was supposed to take care by themselves. Swami Vivekananda was such a great, intelligent person, wise person. He went door to door and he knocks the door and he started asking, I need a job to support my family. Can you give a job? Can you give a job? Most of the time, he didn't get it. Swami Vivekananda himself says, at that time, I was walking so much, I used to go here and there, so much, my sandals went out. Means so much he had to search for a single job, and finally he became a teacher in one of the schools, and slowly afterwards he became a headmaster of the school also. Because there was a poverty in their house, Swami Vivekananda used to take only one square meal. Many of the times Swami Vivekananda used to say for his mother that I had my food in my with relatives' house or with a friend's house, so I will not take any food today. Please, you finish your food. used to tell lie and used to go inside the house, used to drink large amount of water, used to feel so much hungry, used to have a large amount of water, and used to tie a towel for his stomach to bear that pain of hunger, and used to sleep and cry many times. Many used to sit in the college for listening and used to become many times unconscious. Why? Because there was no food. Why you were not taking even sometimes one square meal? Because he used to think, if I don't take one square meal, my old mother and my elder sisters and my younger brothers, they will have at least two morsel of food more, so that let them have the food and I will bear all this hunger, bear all this pain or whatever. So, such type of lot of problems Swami Vivekananda had to face, Narendra had to face during his young age. 2 or 3 of his friends tell that because you are a handsome guy from the reputed family, 1 or 2 ladies, they want to enjoy your body just for 1 or 2 hours maybe. If you allow your body to be enjoyed from them, and they are ready to give thousands of rupees, hundreds of rupees or thousands of rupees. Swami Vivekananda, Narendra, immediately he says that I will never lead such an immoral life. I will never. I may die due to hunger. Even my family may die due to hunger. But I will never lead such an immoral life. Even you people should not lead such immoral life. If you bring such type of thoughts, such type of proposals from next time, I will even cut my relationship with you. This was the utterances uttered by Swami Vivekananda as a young Narendra. Once, due to hunger and due to thirsty and so on, he fell down in the streets of Calcutta. He had some divine experience of the Atman. I am not this body, I am not this mind, so on. Immediately, there's so much energy. He is the powerhouse of the energy, storehouse of energy. He felt or he experienced. So he got up, all his dryness, thirsty, hunger, everything went away with so much bliss. He was able to he walked to his house or to his working place or to the college. Because at that time, he understood that I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this intellect, I am this divine Atman, Brahman, or whatever. You can see, even in the life of Swami Vivekananda, so much he had to face a lot of difficulties. How? It is not mere sheer will. It is not mere sheer will. Rather, one is his character, the other is because he was aware, who is he? So once you become aware that I am that Atman or I am that Brahman, you will be able to lead the beautiful life. As I said, if you want to be a monk, you can be the better monk. If you want to be a doctor, you can be the better doctor. If you want to be an engineer, you can be better engineer. How? Because now we are the slaves of our body. Because we are thinking that I am body, we are thinking that I am mind, we are thinking that I am intellect, we are thinking that emotions. So we are slaves to our body. We are slaves to our mind. We are slaves to that intellect. We are slaves to the emotions. We are slaves to that thinking. The moment you understand that I am not this body, mind, intellect, body, mind, complex, and I am that Atman, the moment you understand, you will be the master for your body. You will be the master for your mind. You will be the master for your intellect, for your thinking, for your emotions. Then you can do anything and everything. Because this is the mind which is binding us. Our own mind is stopping us to go further. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. As you think, so you become. What does it mean? Because as you think that, if you think that your Atman, your Brahman, you will be able to achieve so many things. And the moment if you think that your body and mind, then your achievements will be less than. This is what Swami Vivekananda says. Awake, awake, awake. We have to awake ourselves. We have to raise ourselves. We have to understand ourselves. Who are we really? Then the third point is stop not till the goal is reached. Here, when we say that goal, I would like to sizzle it out. I would like to break it out into the two parts. The one goal is called primary goal, according to me. What is the primary goal? As Sri Ramakrishna says, as Swami Vivekananda says, as all our scriptures have told that, realize who are you. The self-realization or the God realization is the primary goal of every human being of our life. This is the primary goal. Till then, till achieving, till understanding who am I am not supposed to stop my struggle. I am not supposed to stop my life journey. Till understanding who am I, my life journey continues. Not only in this life, even in the forthcoming lives. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. Then the second, we have got also secondary goals. That is what mundane life. For example, I want to be an IS officer. I want to be an IPS officer. I want to be a doctor, MD. I want to be a I want to be a professor. I want to be a great business magnate. I want to be a philanthropist. This is what secondary goal according to me. So both we should have. One is primary goal, the other is secondary goal. The primary goal is called the self-realization, Atma Sakshatkar. The secondary goal is called mundane goal. Whatever we want to become, we have to fix our goals. We should have the goals. And again, in the secondary goals also, that is again, I would like to break into two parts. In the secondary goal, what is that? One is immediate goal, the other is long-term. So what is the long-term goal? That is becoming a doctor, becoming an engineer, becoming an IS officer, becoming an MLA, MP, becoming a prime minister of the country, becoming the great business magnate of the world, becoming one among the top 10 engineers, so on. That is what the long-term goal in the secondary goal. The other is immediate goal. Now, for an example, I'm pursuing my degree, maybe engineering. I want to be a best engineer. That is in the secondary goal. That is the long-term goal. Now, at present, I'm supposed to study well. I'm not supposed to study just for an exam purpose. I'm not supposed to study just for assignments purpose. I'm not supposed to study just for internals purpose. I'm supposed to study for the knowledge purpose and to become the best engineer I'm supposed to study. The immediate. Or if I'm in a 10th standard, I should get good marks. I should excel in my studies. If I'm in a 12th standard, I should excel in the science and mathematics so that I can be an engineer. This is what the immediate goal. These are all in a very capsule form. I'm telling every one of you should deeply you should think so that you'll be able to get a clarity of mind. You'll get more and more clarity in these things, and if you can put yourself in your mind in the practice in your life, you'll be able to do. And also the other, stop not till the goal is reached. The other aspect is, one is personality development, the other is service to the motherland. I want to be MBBS, best doctor, fine, you be the best doctor. I want to be the best engineer, fine. I should earn thousands of rupees, crores of rupees, fine. You achieve, you be a crorepati, you be a millionaire, you may be a billionaire, fine. But along with that, live the life of values and also serve the people, serve the needy, serve your country, serve your motherland, at least serve your nearby people who are suffering, who are struggling. So this service is also included in when I say rising oneself or rising one's own conscience. Probably Suhasini, Srimati Suhasini, who comes from Bengal, all of you know, you might have been, she is a Padma Shri awardee recently, 2 years before probably. What did she do actually? She comes from West Bengal. Now probably her age is 70 or 80. So in her days, in her young days, she had a child marriage. At the age of 12 or 14, she had a marriage. At the age of 60, by the age of 18 or 20 or 22, 18 or 20 or 22, unfortunately, her husband had a peculiar disease, and because lack of money, because they were poor people, lack of money, she was unable to give any good medical treatment, and her husband passed away, and she had 2 children. She was selling vegetables, and whatever she was getting, that mere income, in that she was supposed to take care of her family, of her 2 children. And the 2 children read well, they got the medical seat, and they finished their MBBS also, and MBBS doctor certificate was also awarded for them in the convocation. They were both of them very happy. Even the mother was also very happy. Both of them got their medal and their convocation certificate, and they kept at the feet of their mother, because of your dedication, because of your commitment, because of your sacrifice, we are whatever. So please accept our salutations, namaskars, and please tell us what you want. Till now you are struggling, no doubt. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to work. We are going to fetch the money for you. You need not to work. You need not to sell the vegetables, fine. And also, you please tell what you want. what is your desire? So accordingly, we will plan our life. We'll plan. If the same question is asked, probably most of you think probably she will ask that, okay, I will get a good, please give a good salary, try to get some good salary for me, try to get some good jewelry and build a good house and you marry so that let me have a grandchildren, we will have a happy life. Such type of desires probably might have been put forth by this Suhasini Devi. No, for their astonishment, Suhasini Devi said that, can you open dispensary or hospital for the poor people? This was the request, this was the desire told by Srimati Suhasini Devi to their children. They were awestruck, dumbfounded, and they were saying, what do you want? What do you say? You don't want money, you don't want any good jewelry or a good saree and so on and so forth. You want to serve the people. You want to open the dispensary, hospital for the poor people. Why you want this? She tells that, as you know, we came from poor background, poor family, and I didn't have enough money so that I was not able to take care of your father, and your father passed away at very young age, and I became a widow. I don't want my sisters or daughters of this land to become the widow like me due to the lack of medical treatment. So can you start a dispensary and hospital so that we'll be able to do our miracle service, humble service for the poor people, so that whatever the fate came to me, I don't want the similar thing to others also. Yeah. They said, okay, mother, whatever you say, we will do. But where is the money to start dispensary and hospital? She says, in the meager income, whatever I was getting, I was trying to collect little money and I was just depositing that money in the bank. I don't know how much money is there. Please, you go and withdraw the money, and whatever comes from there, you will let us have a humble beginning of the dispensary. For everyone's astonishment, it was few lakhs. And they withdraw the money and they started a dispensary. Slowly, it grew. I think 10 or 12 or 15 places, dispensary and hospitals are there, and Suhasini's children are able to serve the poor people of the Bengal. That's what I'm told. This is what the rising woman's consciousness. Awake. She has awakened. She's awakened lady. She may be a poor person. Probably her signature is a thumb impression, maybe. She comes from a poor background. She's illiterate according to us, but she's an awakened lady. So we need to be awakened like this, my dear Indians. So stop not till the goal is reached. We should have the goal, whatever. One is primary goal, the other is secondary goal. In the secondary goal, one is immediate goal, the other is long-term goal. So till then, one is self-actualization, self-realization, and the other is in the mundane life. We should fix some goals, and till reaching our goals, we should keep going, we should keep going, we should keep go forward. Egi chalo. This was the formula or the teaching given by Bhagwan Sri Ramakrishna. Then who is stopping us? No one is stopping us. We are stopping ourselves. Our thinking is only stopping. We have not thought over like this. Our mind is not awakened. Our intellectual is not awakened. Our thought process is not well defined, well processed. That's why we are not able to think. And unfortunately, even in our education system, many of the times, we don't get such type of training. We don't get such type of ideas most of the times, my dear Indians. So we should think in a right way, in the right perspective, so that we can be the achievers, not the losers. And we can be the contributor personalities, not the passive personality. We should be the active personality, and we should be the contributor personality. How can I serve the motherland? How can I serve my country? How can I serve my fellow beings? And achieving greater heights in my life also. So this type of thinking is very much required, my dear Indians. This is what I have understood from Arise Awake, Stop Not Till the Goal. Still, we can give many examples of Sudhanshu Biswas, who started Ramakrishna Ashrama in the South 24 Paraganas, West Bengal. His life is also a great lesson for us. If possible, you can Google it. Sudhanshu Biswas' life. There are great people, even Babar Ali, who comes from Murshidabad district in the West Bengal. Every one of us, we hear Swami Vivekananda saying, even he also, they alone live, who live for others, rest are dead, more than alive. This is the statement which heard by Babar Ali, just probably at the class 4 or 5. And he started, okay, I should serve the people, as Swami Vivekananda said. That's what he understood from the saying. Then he was thinking, again, he comes from the poor background or the middle class background. He comes from again a village. Then he was thinking, how can I help? How can I help the people? He himself was 5 or 6 standard boy. Then he called first or second or third standard students from their own vicinity, from the village, and he started tutoring them. He started teaching them slowly under the in the footpath or under the flyover. Then slowly, at the age of 16 or 18, he became the youngest headmaster in the world. Again, this Babar Ali hails from West Bengal. He's also a awakened person, I can say. And today in the CBSE board, I think here, state or CBSE board, his lesson is there. Just recently finished his post-graduation. Even he's very much connected with me and with the most of our monks with the Ramakrishna mission. So such type of awakening is supposed to happen. And that energy, infinite energy, is there potentially hidden in all of us. We have to get awakened and we should be the achievers so that I should be happy and contented. My parents should feel proud of our achievements. Our teachers should feel proud of our achievements, and our country and our society should feel proud, happy, contented about our achievements. Such infinite energy is there in every one of us. So we shall try to manifest that energy which is potentially hidden so that we shall be the achievers, my dear Indians. Yes, if you have got any questions, I would like to answer your questions.
ನೋಡಿರಣ್ಣ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಈ ನೂತನ ಮಾನವನ, ನೋಡಿರಣ್ಣ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಈ ನೂತನ ಮಾನವನ, ನೋಡಿರಣ್ಣ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಈ ನೂತನ ಮಾನವನ, ತ್ಯಾಗ ವಿವೇಕದ ಚೀಲಗಳೆ